So
Ah.
Awesome.
we agree on very many things. Very many like the important stuff. So
That's good.
plus I told her I had a D&D game and she was telling me about her character that she played one time and was interested in mine. So I was like, "Yes, that is a great plus."
That's good then. Maybe you guys can play D&D together.
Now we'll have to
Yeah,
find
hey,
time.
hey,
We'll have to
maybe you
find
can
time.
role play together.
Ha.
one ha from the pun queen. Come on.
Not even a full
Not
ha.
even a chuckle. Jeez.
No.
Nope. You get what you get.
The worst.
Which ain't much apparently.
How did your interview go?
I think it went well. I'm hoping to hear back something this week.
Yeah, a friend of mine sent me like screenshots from a conversation that he was having with a friend of his, and his friend was looking for somebody for a position at her job. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm interested. And then she, like, the girl was like, okay, have him send me his resume so we can get this, like, ASAP. So I sent it to her. And then I get an email from somebody within the company saying, hey, go ahead and fill out the actual application online and then email me back so we can get this tracked. And that was last Wednesday, Thursday. So, and I never heard a reply back from the second woman, so I'm just waiting to hear on that. Because if I get that job, hopefully I can get a raise and I won't be bored out of my fucking face.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this time, if they ask me what are some things you don't like about your current position, I won't tell them that it literally puts me to sleep.
Hey, Wanderun, how are you doing? Yeah, that's really not a good way to answer that question.
I've just been I don't know, lately, like when people talk to me, like even at my own job, like when my manager talks to me, I'm just way too truthful. Just way too
Yeah, I
truthful.
have that problem too. For future reference, when somebody asks you what you don't like about your current position, you could say like, I feel like I'm not busy enough.
Or I don't get holiday pay.
Yeah, don't mention that.
No, don't
Don't
mention.
mention that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's not
isn't
challenging enough,
this
that kind of
isn't
thing.
Europe where people give a fuck about everybody else. Or Canada.
Oh,
So yeah, if I don't think I've ever been asked that, at least not recently. Um, nope, and there I'm going red. And there's back. So we might be having I don't think it was Jay's internet. I think it's Twitch. Cuz I have my stream set to the lowest possible settings to get 720. And I still drop frames with a full speed test.
It could be Twitch. It's been Twitch before.
It's almost always Twitch. It's almost always Twitch. Yeah, if I legit told a prospective employer what I didn't like about my current position, I probably wouldn't stop talking. But because we're live, and I don't know who watches my stream, I'm not gonna bring anything up specific.
I'm tired enough. I might actually have to have coffee today, which disgusts me.
You poor thing, you.
It's a hard life, yo.
First world problems.
Mm-hmm. Swimming in them. Or more like haphazardly floating because I can't actually swim.
I can't even haphazardly float.
Oh, I love to swim. Just can't get enough of it.
I swim like a rock.
Don't think that's a good swimming model.
Oh. It's really
Are you a material girl and in a material world?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do next. Maybe.
Alright, we are just waiting for Danny to come back. Did he say he was going to get lunch?
Yes.
Yeah, he just said he was going to go get something.
He's normally already done his run before we start, but
Yep.
just run behind the day.
He's going to be about 15 minutes, I think, then. Depending on the line at the drive-thru.
Yep.
That's okay. Oh, man. So how was everybody's weekend last weekend, since we weren't playing?
Oh, what did I do last weekend? Oh, I went to, it kind of worked out that you had your interview because I ended up going up to Hickory, North Carolina for a friend's birthday, and we didn't get back to Raleigh till like 6 o'clock on Sunday.
Ah.
Oh, everybody's red. So,
Okay.
is my connection bad?
No, I mean, well, it was in the orange, but that's
Okay.
I mean, there's worse.
I don't know. Everybody dropped to red for a second for me.
You were red for a little bit.
For me.
Okay. But yeah, so I ended up like not even being in town for the game, and like you were like, "Oh, I have this thing," and I'm like, "Sweet," because I totally forgot to tell them I was going out of town. Shit,
Like, that works
it
out
all
great for
worked
me.
out. And I think Alicia was gone last weekend too, weren't you?
I was. Yep.
So it did work out well then. For that.
Worked out easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, but I won't be here that first weekend of April because Gen Con.
That's a long way away. You're going to have to remind me like the week before.
If I remember, I will do that. I probably will. I probably will mention at least that Friday.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh my gosh.
No yawning, man. I'm already tired. I didn't
I know
sleep
when I
very
sl-
well
I
last
slept-
night.
I actually slept pretty good last night, but
I was having anxious dreams about meeting this girl this morning, so I was like, I woke up at like 6 o'clock when I didn't need to be awake until freaking 7:30, and then from 6 to 7:30, it was like every 10 minutes I was in this, like, I'd go back to sleep and I'd go back into the same stupid dream. I'm like, no, brain, change the channel. I want to watch something else. You jerk. But it all worked out. It all worked out.
alright. Jeff's gonna have a new gal pal.
Yeah.
Also, you should get a puppy if you want to.
Well, I agree that the whole money part is a big thing, and I've been thinking about that. And I'm probably gonna wait until I'm at least another 10K a year richer
Yeah.
before I get a dog.
If you like cats, you could get a cat. They're a little less expensive.
True.
Much less maintenance too.
I would just have to get a cat that can deal with an extremely active dog that has no idea about personal space.
You go to your local shelter or your local rescue and say, I would like a cat that is okay with dumb dogs. Because most of the rescues, they don't keep cats on premises. Or they don't keep any. They tend to not keep a lot of animals on premises because they don't have the space. So they're fostered out. So if a foster family has a rambunctious dog and the cat's okay with it, there you go.
There you go.
The type of dog I want is I want a little Frenchie puppy. I just want a little Frenchie dog.
No.
I want one. I know they've got health issues, but they're little sassy little bastards, and they're the boss of the house, and they're cute as fuck, and I want one. Damn it.
Yeah, that's where you're. If your friends on Facebook were saying that, then that's.
But they're super expensive. I know that much.
Yeah, they are.
I know that much.
I mean, just getting getting a purebred is just expensive.
Yeah. But they're
I will
fucking
say
cute.
This. I got my 2 cats when I wasn't super financially stable, and it was probably one of the best additions I got.
Yeah, my friends were like, it'll probably help with your mental health and all that, but you know, you got to be wary about the money. And like the reason why I was bringing it up is because my roommate and his girlfriend had gone to PetSmart, and they were sending me pictures, and they were calling me about this one dog, and they're like, it's kind of small and it's calm and it's got little spurts of energy and it's perfect and you should get it. And it was a Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh.
And like I asked my father, I was like, should I get a dog? And he was like, what kind of dog? And I was like, Jack Russell Terrier. And he was like, what are you able to do to take care of its exercise needs? And I was like, I could take it for a walk when I get home from work, but otherwise it's going to be kenneled all day. And he was like, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, they're really high maintenance. They're high energy.
So, and Michael, my roommate, was like, well, then he could play with Freya. And I'm like, if we had a fenced-in backyard, sure, we could leave them both outside in the backyard to dick around and just, like, put up, like, a shaded spot for them to lay in to stay out of the sun. But we don't have a fenced-in backyard, so they're going to have to stay in their rooms all day, which already drives Freya nuts, and she's a lab pit mix. And I'm like, I don't want to do that to a second dog. So, and it was going to be $345 to get the dog and have PetSmart spay it and get a rabies shot. Which I could afford the $345, no problem. But I don't know. I just want like a small dog, like a dog like this big.
Just get a big cat.
I just want, you know, like that, or like a pug, or like a regular bulldog. I'm not afraid of getting a cat. I just want like a little tiny dog. And then so like if it's being an annoying asshole, I'll just stick it in the air and just hold it up and just kind of wiggle it a little bit until it stops being an annoying asshole. And I'll be like, you'll be my little buddy, and your name will be Glorbong, and you will be the ruler of the house, little Glorbong. If I got a Frenchie, I'd name it Mango.
Mango. That's a great name, actually. Yeah. I don't know. I tend to go more for the rescues.
Little baby Mango.
Right back.
You know, because all of my guys are all rescues, and
I mean, if I could find a rescue a freaking a Frenchie, I'll do it. Like I don't care.
You should, yeah. I know they're out there.
But it's
Lisa,
like
you look like you need coffee. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No worries.
Yeah, no. It wouldn't be bad. Oh, hey, Jay. Thanks for the hug. Yeah, I'm sorely tempted to get some, but I don't coffee at all. If I had work today, I'd go ahead and drink a cup.
Yeah, that's the only place I used to drink coffee, and now it's kind of the thing everywhere. Like right now.
I figure if I made it through all of university without coffee, I could make it through the rest of life without it.
Yeah, I didn't drink coffee in college either. It wasn't until I started really working that.
Yeah. If I'm absolutely desperate, like I've been up for more than 24 hours, then I drink coffee. Because I kind of have to if I need to keep going.
Yeah, my first job started at 7. And so there was that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to learn to drink coffee. I am definitely not a morning person at all.
I just make sure I'm up at least an hour and a half before I actually have to get out and get to work.
I try to sleep in as much as possible. Now, Danny, on the other hand, he is an ultimate early morning person. I don't know if you still are, but...
Not so much anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy would be up at, like, the crack of dawn. Very annoying.
If I wake up early enough and I'm actually awake, I will be the annoying morning person. Because other people's misery energizes me.
You know what?
Oh my. That's a lot. Okay. That book is not next to me.
Oh, you poor thing.
So I think my accent for my Furbolg is going to be Wisconsin. I think I've settled on Wisconsin. So I just need to listen to a lot of Wisconsin videos.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Tanya, you are extremely soft compared to everybody else.
Did you turn me down?
To me. No, you are at the exact same level as everybody else.
I don't know why I'm extremely soft, but you know what?
Is anybody else noticing that?
You're a little louder than her, but
yeah, you're a little louder, but she doesn't seem soft to me.
Yeah, everybody's at the same level.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's
much
better.
It's because surprise, surprise, BC turned my microphone down.
Yay, auto adjust. But
it wasn't. It was just a quarter of the way down. Like, what the fuck, BC?
What makes Ty so lazy?
What?
All they do is hang around.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our faces live so everybody can see the groaning we're doing.
You quite literally asked for it.
I did literally ask for it.
I don't remember asking for it.
I never regret it. I just like to give you shit. Alright. Hello, viewers of Twitch, and eventually maybe YouTube, and I don't know if anybody's, like, you know, stealing these and putting them elsewhere. I don't fucking care. Oh, man. So, hello! Get things started. As everybody knows, the tabletop RPGs on my channel are run for charity, and if you'd like to donate, this month's charity is still the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If you scroll into the panels below, you'll see their logo that you can click on. It'll take you over to Tiltify, where you can donate. If you'd like to do something with your donations to help the players, or, you know, the DM, You can do that too. You can indicate in the message what you'd like the donation to be used for. If you're not sure what you can do with it, you can scroll down a smidge more in the panels, and there's a donations panel that details all of that fun stuff. $1 gets them a common magic item that's a permanent with them until they use it. I don't have the channel up. I'm on my dashboard, so I have no idea what the other amounts are. I think $5 is a nat 20 or critical fail, yeah? $3 is something or another with advantage and other stuff. It's been a long couple months, guys. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully I'll be able to do the Streamiversary giveaway next month. It's going to have a 5th edition player's handbook, several sets of dice. I'm going to throw some minis in there. There's going to be a wooden dice vault made by Cow Peeler, aka Chris. And a few other little doodads and surprises that you might enjoy or might not. I have no clue. But you're getting them, so there you go. If you win. Let's go around and tell everybody who you are and who you play. Alicia.
I'm Energy9. I play Claudia Vingard, who's tired of having daddy issues.
Which one this time?
I said issues, plural.
But you didn't say daddies.
I did.
You said daddy issues.
I did say daddy issues. Oh, okay, fair enough. Correction. I'm tired of having issues involving my daddies. There we go.
She's got a dad and then a side dad.
I don't even know how that works.
All right, Nancy.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I play Rakal, a dwarf, and she has just met these really interesting people and not quite entirely sure what it is that we're doing, but there.
All right, Jeff.
Hello, I play Basil Timbers. He sounds a little Canadian today.
No, he does not.
For those that have never been to Canada, he sounds a little Canadian today.
No, he doesn't.
He's just a general, easygoing scamp that everybody loves, as usual.
Ooh, somebody just donated. There it is. $35 from Toon Earth, and I can't read the little bitty text. I will get the little bitty text here. That's a
He's
nat
giving
20.
Basil magical shoes that make him taller.
All right. It's a nat 20 for each player, and a temporary rare magic item for each Basil, Claudia, and Rakal, their choice.
Woo!
Ooh, thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Becky, look at her bus.
Thank you, Danny, and it is your turn.
Macho de Dios.
Oh, yes, I'm Toonarth in chat, and I am playing Coltashed Karn, the half-orc paladin, whose cape frequently billows effectively behind him, and who states without hesitation that Claudia's brother is a dick.
He does state that without hesitation. I think if I ever make a little quote thing, that's definitely either that's a Danny quote. That's not a Coltash quote. That's definitely a Danny quote.
Sorry, I'm logging
It's a
into
Coltash thought, though.
I'm logging into Roll20 to find that magic rare item.
Are you on the stream?
No.
If you go to my stream page and you scroll down the donation panel, there's a link to Don John's, and you can sort the magic items by rarity.
Okay.
So
Can I
you
do
can
that on my phone, or do I have to do
It's
that?
also in the chat,
There you go.
the VC chat.
Ah,
You want to click that?
thank you, Alicia.
You're welcome.
It makes it easier to find the item. If it's something that's in the DMG, if you click on it in Don John, it'll tell you what it does. You can't copy and paste that, but you can then figure out, if that's what you want. And then figure it out yourself. How to put it in your sheet. Who would like to recap last session from 2 weeks ago? I have no clue. I'm gonna be straight up and honest. I honestly don't know what you guys are doing right now.
So last week, most importantly, noodles were bought and eaten.
Yep, very spicy.
Two
noodles,
of them were very
that.
spicy.
Yeah,
Two of them were spicy, two of them were not.
That was fun.
But we were at the temple because after successfully fending off the attack from the undead things, in which one thing got away, what's his face? Theron was going to be like, I'm got to relax here and then go back with my sister because I don't think staying here is a good idea. We agreed. So we had some time to kill, so went to the temple. I talked to my dad, like, hey, there's an undead thing. And he's like, hey, why'd you let out the old gods? And I said, fuck you, Dad, and slammed the door. Or something to that effect.
And Coltash had gone with Claudio, while Recall stayed with Basil in his shop, and they tinkered.
Correct.
Oh, that's
Making
right.
music box.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. And then hunters came along just like, we'll take care of it. And not that they actually said that. They just kind of nodded in my direction and left. So I took that as a, yeah, they got it. Went back to my house. No, went to my sister, got drunk, told her all the gods that, well, not that I helped release the old gods, but the other stuff involved and whatever. There was a thing of you're a half dick and I'm half god. I do remember saying that. Got drunk, got home, curled up in a ball, slept in really late, did not eat breakfast. Had a conversation with Dad that didn't go well because, I don't know, he's having an identity crisis. I don't know what his problem is.
Probably how you talk to him. Just gonna throw that out there.
I don't see how that had any effect on anything.
Yeah, no.
Right.
No, that definitely didn't have any effect at all.
And let's be honest, as the god of death, he's probably had much worse said to him by
Oh,
men.
no,
No, not
Marcus.
that daddy.
Marcus.
The other dad.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, she kind of caught an attitude.
Well, let's be
with
honest.
them.
He's probably had lots worse said to him by lots of other people.
Probably. And I think that's actually where we called it after that happened, if I remember
Was
correctly.
it?
Oh wait, sorry, Koltesh. Well, okay, that was where we called it. But the other thing that happened is Koltesh, I believe, talked to his mom, kind of figure out like, okay, what should we do after that? And I believe she said, kind of following the string with the whole false touch thing with Claudia's not sister was a good idea. Still not sure how to follow that thread, but that was what was indicated.
Okay.
That's generally what happened.
Alrighty. So, I believe we left off with you guys.
It is temporary until the magic items are temporary until the next charity.
We start the next charity, yeah.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So it's good for 2 weeks.
Excellent.
Oh, 3 weeks, because the 29th we'll be playing. So this week, next week, and the following.
Okay, yep.
Alright. I don't remember where you were in relationship to the world. I think...
I'm not kidding. Like, we cut after, like, she left the study. So, she's at the house. Basil and Recall are at his shop still, I believe. I think Koltesh is also at the house. Like, that's...
Yeah, because
Like,
I
we
was
had
I was
that-
staying with Claudia.
No, they're not the shop, because you guys never came to get them, so they came and found you.
Okay, so then...
That's
okay,
where the
then they're
noodle
at
thing
the-
happened.
No, that was the temple then. So I don't know if they
Yeah,
went
they
back
came
to
and
the...
found you. They came and found you at the temple.
Okay, so they went back after that. Okay, so then we are all at the house, though not all in the same room.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, because you went back and then you said you were going to go find and talk to your dad. Or to
Yep.
Marcus, as it were. Okay. So
He's still my
you
dad,
have
just not my blood.
you have this rude conversation with your the man who raised you.
He's my dad.
And you storm out of his study, I think you did, yeah?
She did not storm out. She walked out and closed the door behind her. Because she wasn't mad.
Okay.
Well, frustrated, but she didn't storm out.
Okay. So you left the study, which is, yeah, that's where we left off. What would you like to do?
I guess kind of go link up with everybody else and figure out our plans going forward.
Okay. You guys, I think, went up to your guest rooms, yeah? I believe that is what happened. Okay.
Sure.
Does Recall get put in Ree's room?
Yep.
Probably.
Yep, she gets re-roomed.
Okay.
So Claudia heads up to the guest rooms, and I guess knocks on your individual doors.
Knock, knock.
Basil does not answer. Move on. He is enthralled with something.
Yes, I found some new boots, and I am enthralled with them.
What do they do? What are the
They
boots?
make you levitate.
Okay.
That's what I've decided. I was gonna go with the Hill Giant strength so Two North couldn't throw me anymore, but he hasn't thrown me in a while. So I figured,
Now we will.
Well, we're
figured even if he does throw me, I can levitate.
Coltash and Basil are Cape Bros now.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I'm just kind of in there, just like practicing with the boots.
You don't have the boots yet.
Oh. Well, then never mind.
They will come to you this session
Right.
somehow, or whenever you decide what it is you want. We'll get to you.
Okay.
So Claudia comes up and knocks on the doors. Who's gonna actually answer?
I will.
Hi.
Right. We need to discuss what we're going to do going forward.
Oh, okay. I'm a little tired. I was up all night making things.
Okay, then we'll meet in your room.
Great. Great. Cool. Do you guys meet in my room?
Well, yeah.
Okay, there's like gears all over the floor. Like there's just gears and tools.
Was it like stepping on Legos if we were barefoot?
A little bit, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Claudia just mage hands a bunch of stuff out of the way.
Because I was basically making the prep work for another music box. All right. Did you guys get Recall already?
Did Recall answer?
Yes, she did.
Okay. So what do we need to do? You guys kind of did your own thing while we were off working. What's the plan, Stan?
Well, Theron needs to go back to the estate? Safe place. We'll just call it that. So we will need to go back to the teleportation circle. I've talked to both my fathers and several other people. They'll keep an eye out for Cassandra. And then hopefully the undead thing will be resolved. And if it isn't, they can get the hold of me in their various ways.
I talked to my dad too. He found it hilarious that we let out the old gods. He wouldn't tell me if it was a good thing or not. He just laughed.
I think that is something only time will tell, whether it is good or not.
Maybe their time behind the cage kind of chilled them out. Maybe they won't bother their children so much anymore.
Well, if Theron and Lysandra have to go back to the safe house, should we escort them there?
Lysandra's still there. She didn't come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
it's just Aaron.
Theron.
That seems to be the most logical route at this point.
Okay.
And then while we're there, perhaps Lysandra will do another oracular reading for us. Maybe we can get advice from her.
Perhaps. We can hope. Also, Tanya settled on the cloak of displacement.
Okay.
And Recall is going to go for a dwarven thrower.
All right.
That just sounds super cool.
Okay.
I probably won't. Do I want the boots of levitation? Because my dragon can fly. I'll think about it some more.
Okay. All right. So you decided to go back and escort Theron to the teleportation circle, and then back to essentially back to the keep at that point.
Correct. Yes,
Okay.
keep. That was the word I couldn't think of.
Yeah. It's welcome to my life. I couldn't think of the word pitcher or carafe.
Got a nice carafe over here.
Yeah.
It's got a picture of a giraffe on it. It's a giraffe carafe.
Giraffe.
Oh, you silly folks, you. Okay. So it's probably, I think we said it was like what? Late afternoon? At this
Yeah,
point,
late
give or
afternoon,
take?
yeah.
Okay. That sounds great. Because I don't remember.
Sure.
I barely remember what I did yesterday. You make your way out of the Wingard Manor and through the streets of Nicopolis back to Theron's home. And the door is still ajar. He is sitting in the foyer area, re-shafting his spearhead.
Shaft. Good day to you, Theron.
Yes, hello. Did you... I don't recall what you were going to go do.
We did the thing.
You did a thing. Okay. Are you ready to go back to the keep, or do you stay here?
You know, back to the keep.
Alright. Well, then I suppose I could have one of the folks at the keep put a new shaft on this. And he holds up his favorite spearhead.
Sure, that's up to you. I'm sure with all their expertise, probably.
Okay. So he gathers up a few things in a pack. And says, wait here a moment, and heads upstairs.
Sure.
And turns to the left of the staircase and then goes down that little section of landing. And everybody make a perception check for me.
You got it, boss.
12. Jeff.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Sorry.
Actually, not awful.
All right. Claudia and Basil. He is walking down this this landing, and he gets to about midway. He's running his hand along the wall, and then you hear a faint click.
Ooh.
And a section of wall pushes in.
Secret tunnel?
No. Yeah, upstairs. There's a secret tunnel upstairs.
Yeah, it's an awesome secret tunnel.
Afterward, he comes, after several moments, he comes out, shouldering a large, ornate chest. Well, moderately sized, ornate chest.
Is that your money, I'm guessing?
He brings it downstairs, and, you can hear the distinct, if muted, clink of coin from inside.
Clinkety clink.
Or the sliding of coin across, sliding of metal across metal.
Yeah.
The sound that movie swords make, even though they're not supposed to.
That's because it's movie magic.
And he says he is ready to go.
All right, off we go.
Dun 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 dun.
Off we go.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, as a
You
note,
guys-
while Claudia was back home, she probably went through the box a little bit and picked up a couple extra outfits. No big deal.
All right. And while you're doing that, you stole a cloak.
Hey, there we go. I'll
That
give
worked
it
out well
back.
for you.
Later.
And you said dwarven thrower for recall, yes?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
As Theron meets you guys at the bottom of the steps, he also says if there's anything you guys want in that room.
I'm gonna take the dagger of venom.
Okay. All right. Well, both you and
Sweet.
both Basil and Recall make their way up the stairs into this into that secret room that he had stowed away there, and there are a few weapons on displays. And Recall grabs a hammer. I think it's a hammer, right? It's
Okay.
not an axe.
I think it's
Okay.
yeah.
And Basil grabs a interesting looking dagger. All right. If the
I'm gonna
if the
become
item,
Kiri.
yeah, if the item's available in the compendium, you should just be able to drag it into your sheet.
That's what it did. Now I'm Kiri.
And the dwarven thrower is available, so you can
Okay.
just drag that into Recall sheet, and
Okay.
it'll fill everything out for you.
Sweet.
Okay. So you guys grab your items and make your way through the streets again to the house of the woman I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. I also apparently didn't write it down.
Trisha?
Is that it?
That's my guess. I'm trying to remember.
Okay. And are once again teleported to the keep. What would you like to do?
Okay, obviously, make sure they're really nice with his sister. And I think Claudia's gonna go back to the. Well, she'll ask the keepers first, if they've ever heard the term, the false touch.
Okay. Who are you asking?
And if that doesn't pan it. She'd ask Alette.
She doesn't want to ask Benjorna, the bard who knows everything.
Bajorna could give her an answer. She'd probably be full of shit.
Benjorna's a bitch.
She can be. But also the player has no idea what this means, so that wouldn't amount to anything.
Let's have that conversation between Benjorna and Claudia.
Bajorna doesn't know!
Benjorna is over 700 years old and bored. It's a bad combination.
Basically. You have a bored, high-level bard, you're fucked.
Of course I can tell you, dear. Here, wear this.
Hey, she's equal opportunity.
So you find Alette and ask her what the false touch means. Alette takes a moment. And, I think I've heard that before. Or at least read it before. And she leads you to the room where all the journals are. And, goes to, one of them and pages through it. and finds the passage she's looking for and says, it looks like the Order of the First refers to people who are touched by the new gods, false touched, because they're not their deity.
So all of us would be considered false touched, since it is not since it's not whatever the first god's name was.
Since it's not Aris.
Aris, thank you. Well, that doesn't sound very accepting, does it?
It certainly does not.
So I guess they're just going to kill everyone they consider a heretic?
That would be their motive.
That does not bode well. Alright, well...
Yeah, at least the ones that are easy to get to. They haven't attacked the wall yet. The Iron Gate.
I'm not sure how much help that would... Wait, no, okay. Attack the ones protecting the Iron Gate. Okay, never mind. Forget. Just won't do that.
Yeah, because that's where there's a lot of the demis are there.
Sure. Oh, wait, so just for clarification, so false touch, so are they referring to both people who worship a particular god that's not Aris and are also born from gods who aren't Aris, or is it just one or the other?
It is anybody who... Jeff, stop it. I don't know what you're doing, but your camera was like...
Oh, I was kicking the table. Sorry. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
I was like, I'm gonna get sick, man. Stop it. It is referring to anybody who not necessarily just worships, but has some sort of tie to a newer deity. Whether it be because you are their offspring, or you are
like a cleric or paladin or something.
Well, cleric or paladin just worships them, so they don't like them very much, but clerics and paladins don't necessarily talk to their deities. An oracle would have a deity talk through them.
Ah.
And Koltash worships one and is born from another, so he's kind of double whammied there, right?
Yeah, it's not necessarily, right now it's not the worship part that they don't like it because the new gods get all their power from their worshippers. But it's more of the people who are a little bit stronger and able to push back. Or somebody like the Oracle who can talk with the voice of a deity to their followers, thereby reaffirming that, hey, this deity gives a shit about you, and you should worship them more and give them more power.
That is quite troubling. Oh, with considering that we were at the Iron Gate, how would they mountain attack our gate not know ahead of time? There's a lot of open space between the gate and everything else.
Well, while Claudia is doing that, Koltash will take Recall to introduce her to the Oracle.
Okay.
Because all of us had speakings from the Oracle, but Recall has not. And perhaps, if Lysandra is willing, if she does a speaking for Recall, it will help all of us, as well as her.
That'd be great.
Okay.
So I will say, Recall, want to introduce you to Lysandra. She's the Oracle that started our journey, or confirmed it anyway. You haven't spoken to her, and I think you should.
Okay.
So we go to find her.
Okay. She's not too difficult to find. She's in the common room, the basically the dining hall.
I walk up to her with Recall. Is Basil along with us, or off doing his own thing?
I don't know, what's Basil doing?
Basil is gonna go try and find Claudia's husband and watch him do his crafting.
Okay.
He's taken! Stop trying to make him!
I'm doing what I want!
So...
That's a weird way to ask to get fireballed repeatedly.
I almost took the beads of fireballs just so I could be like, hey, look, I'm Claudia! Ah.
In a really bad Russian accent.
Yeah. Yes!
Dead gnome.
Oh,
Dead
that
gnome.
would have been such a good bit. That would have been such a good bit. Waste of a rare item, but such a good bit.
So, I walk up to Lysandra and, hello, Lysandra. I hope I'm not interrupting you in anything.
She glances up at you from the table she's sitting at and says, "Oh no, you're not interrupting anything."
I wanted to introduce you to our new traveling companion. This is Recall Baron, who joined us at the Iron Gate. I was hoping that you might be able to do a reading for her, since you have done readings for the rest of us, but not for her.
All right. She gives you a nod, and she holds out her hand to you, Recall.
Okay. So I'll take it.
All right. You put your hand on top of hers, and she places her other hand on top of yours.
Okay.
And she sits there for a moment. Several moments go by, and she has her head bowed. When she looks up, her eyes have rolled back into her head, so you're met with the white.
Okay.
And it is not the voice that Koltesh thought it was going to be. It is not the
Okay.
voice that spoke to Koltesh, Basil, and Claudia several months prior. But it's not Lysandra's voice either. It is... Hold on 1 second. It is an oddly masculine voice.
Okay. James Earl Jones.
It's the narrator from never mind. I couldn't remember the show. Continue.
And the voice says to you, Recall, that you've already found your purpose and have now moved on to another. You know who your father is. There's no search ahead for you. But if you are to join the three on their task ahead, then you have my blessing.
Interesting. Thank you.
Lysandra turns to face you, Koltesh. Eyes still rolled back. And the same masculine voice says to you that your mother allowed me to speak through her oracle. And if you would take Recall with you, you also have my blessing.
Sweet.
Koltesh will say, "Thank you." With respect, who are you?
Recall's father. And Lysandra sucks in a deep breath of air, and her eyes go back. They roll forward back to normal. Recall, you know who your father is.
Yeah.
I mean, you took up at the Iron Gate because of that, so.
Wow.
Koltesh will look to Lysandra first, and just to make sure that she's okay, because as I recall, it takes a bit out of her.
She looks tired. But no worse for wear. And then she releases your hand, Recall, and picks up the mug she had with her to take a drink of what looks like water.
Koltesh will bow to her and say, "Thank you. Thank you very much." And then kind of rotate towards Recall and ask her, Who is your father?
Now, are we talking about the dwarven father or the god?
The god, because I doubt your dwarven father would be talking mystically through the oracle.
You never know. That's why I was like, well.
Don't doubt
That's
the dwarven power.
That's his rare magical item.
You know.
He gets a direct connect to the oracle.
Yes, my father is. I'm trying to remember his name.
It's on your sheet on the last page, I think.
Yep.
It's Tim the Smith.
There we go.
And as
Fritz
you
Bumwaller.
Do what?
Fritz Bumwaller. No, just kidding. Hang on, just a second.
Coltash, as you thank Lysandra,
You erection.
she says to you that it was no problem, and her voice is very raspy. Almost like something forced her to talk very oddly.
Aladir. Or
No
Aladir.
problem, sweetheart.
Aldir.
How do you spell
Aldir.
that?
A-A-L. Here, we'll just put it in chat.
Who is the deity of learning and education. The school teacher.
He's a scroll marm.
That's right.
School marm.
Got that. Anyway.
I don't have.
So,
No, Rakal also has Earth and Daddy issues, so that's why I was asking.
Everybody got them daddy issues.
I was just like, I feel like we, well, except Coltesh.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yet.
I'm the only one with a divine mom instead of a divine dad.
Well, Ree has a
Ree
divine
was
gender fluid parent.
That's true. But Ree is also no longer with us. She's back
Ree's-
at the Iron Gate.
Ree's parent was Rumpelstiltskin.
It's not a bad way of looking at it.
That's who Ree's parent was. Rumpelstiltskin.
Okay.
So Coltash will say to Recall, oh, well, our parents probably get along pretty well then, because my mom's the goddess of knowledge and fate. So
Oh, nice. So that, yes, they probably do.
that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
Sounds like you ended up with a better dad than poor Basil or Claudia.
I get that impression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of sucks for them.
Yes, it does.
I feel like anytime anybody should talk about my dad, they just hear like a little laughter in their head going.
It would be in character.
What? That's his only communication with the mortal realm is he just likes to laugh when people mention it.
Maniacally.
even just in like passing, they're just like just out of nowhere, just behind their ears, just like
So Coltash will say to Recall, I know you've kind of been tagging along and all, and just to travel and see where things led you, but it's from the sound of it, looks like you were meant to become one of our group, and I think it'd be really great if you did.
Well,
you're totally not a replacement because Ree just didn't want to be with us
hush.
anymore or anything.
Hush.
No.
Shut up.
well, no, I
Go away, you meta person, you.
I have had the feeling for some time that there's something bigger at issue. And so I've just been following my feet. So I think I'm in the right place at the right time.
Well,
Could be wrong, but
I'm gonna go see if I can get some training in. Because I gotta keep the skills up. I don't know if you want to look for Benjorna, since she's a bard
Oh yes,
too.
please do.
Yes, Benjorna is a high level bard.
oh,
You've
okay.
met her.
And
You've met her.
Yes,
and
I
you
thought so,
might
yeah.
be able to learn something from her. Then again, maybe not.
Probably not.
The possibility exists.
It does.
It does.
Probably a slim one.
Well, then I will seek her out.
Okay.
And Coltash will look for Samuel.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and bump over to Basil, who is looking for Claudia's husband to try to maneuver his way into that relationship.
Poacher!
She just thinks that. I just like to go and see what
Claudia
he's
doesn't
doing.
think anything. Alicia does.
Alicia thinks he's going after her, man. I just want to admire his art, that's all.
He's in the back of the keep.
His art.
That's what the kids are calling it nowadays.
You're so good with your hands.
He's in the back of the keep in his normal spot, chiseling away at this this block of stone.
Yeah.
He now has probably a good 2/3 of a relief carved out of this block. So from foot to like mid chest area, it is very obviously a female figure.
Does it look like Claudia?
It does not.
Does it look like Benjorna?
It does not.
Does it look like
I mean-
anybody I've met in the
I
recent
mean, it's
months?
legitimately just the boobs, though, so...
Oh, okay, so it's just boobs that tell me it's a female? I gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Are there-
probably enough for Basil anyway.
I was gonna say.
It's not naked. It is clothed, but it's obviously a female because there is things in the chest area.
I was like, is that Coltash saying that Basil is basically face blind and he just identifies by people are boobs or not boobs?
Actually, given Basil's height, wouldn't it be whether they have a package or no package?
Hey, some guys might tuck. Who knows? But
At
I'm sure
that point,
Basil
you'd be
was
very
noticing
confused.
that after all of this work,
I'll probably ask.
he has some he's developed some very muscular forearms.
I'll probably ask him. I'll be like, so who are you making?
Well,
I'm not sure yet.
Anybody I know?
Maybe. Who have you met?
Claudia's family?
Anybody else?
The people here?
Anybody else?
I think that's the only two conjoining parts of our paths. So,
Well,
and the Oracle. Well, I don't know if you would have met the Oracle, but you started this work before she came here, so could be the Oracle. So, are you gonna just when you're finished with this, are you just gonna be done creating, or are you gonna make something new?
I'll probably start a new project.
Wood, stone, into the castle.
Whatever speaks to me.
You should just chisel it out of the wall of the keep. I think
I'm
Bajorna would
pretty
love that.
I'm pretty sure Benjorna would have words with me, and I don't want that.
No. She hasn't tried to kill you yet. You're in her good graces. I think you could get at least halfway through the project before she finds out.
Yeah, I think I'd like to stay in her good graces.
Well, just do it somewhere she doesn't walk often.
You do realize that everybody who works here reports back to her, right?
You could bribe people. And just tell them that
No.
Bajorna said you could do it.
No.
Fine, you're no fun. I'm gonna sit down and whittle.
And whittle? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Are
try
you-
and try and imitate what he's making.
Alright. Make a dexterity check.
Okay. 15.
15. Alright, you find a little piece of wood on the ground. Pull out your dagger. Since I think it's the only blade you have, right?
Well,
Aside from your tinkering tools. But that's more for fine work.
yeah, I had a crossbow and my quarterstaff, so the new blade is blade up.
Yep. So you are whittling with a venomous blade.
I haven't activated the venom.
And you managed to not cut yourself. That's a plus.
Yeah.
And you get some work done getting the feet crafted out of this little piece of wood.
Cute. Cute.
Would you like to do anything else, Basil?
No, that's probably what I'll spend my time doing.
Just gonna spend your time sitting back there talking to him, having a conversation, whittling.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything in particular you want to talk about other than what he's making?
I'll ask him his opinion on Claudia's half-sister being an evil bad guy. And...
She's not Claudia's half-sister.
Oh, yeah, because you're not related to that dude. Claudia's not sister, being a bad guy.
Actually, you know Cassandra worked for Claudia. I don't think you actually know that she's...
Okay,
that Marcus bothered her.
Then I would just say Cassandra being a bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's...
He would know.
He would know Cassandra.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, no, he
Cassandra.
would know Cassandra, just not the daddy part.
Just not the daddy issues. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd bring that up. I'd bring up the bad guy, the cult, and I'd be like, so
That
what does he
would've-
think?
That would have become real confusing for him, real quick. Wait, what do you mean Cassandra's Oh, what now?
She
Cult?
tried to kill the Oracle. She's a part of a cult. The people, like, when we tried to go to Claudia's house that has ghosts, you remember those cult people?
Oh, and Ambrosia?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
a part of that cult. And we tried to track her down and hunt her down, but then there were, like, these zombie creature people things. They didn't act like normal zombies. They were pretty sentient. It was weird. But now Claudia's all butthurt because Cassandra is evil and her family isn't doing shit about it.
Butt hurt. Wow.
He stands there for a moment, a little, like
Does
a
he-
look of
does he believe me?
utter. Huh, does he what?
Does he believe me? Because I am known
I mean,
to
you're
lie.
not.
But I'm
Well-
telling the truth now. But with my history,
That's a fair point.
I mean, that is fair.
because I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to be deceitful. I'm
Oh
having
no,
an
I know,
honest
I
conversation with
know.
him.
I know you're
What?
telling the truth.
My reputation precedes me.
Let's
See if he believes me.
let's go ahead and open up a sheet and see if you can make an insight check.
Yep.
Insight is which skill?
Whiz? I think it's whiz.
Wisdom? Alright, it's because he doesn't have insight trained, so it's just straight wisdom.
It's wisdom, yeah.
That's an 8. He's not sure what to believe. I mean, he knows you've lied in the past. He's heard from several folks that you're quite the scamp when it comes to lying. But I mean, it was a low insight check, so he probably believes you. But in the back of his mind, he's like, So what you're saying is Cassandra is a part of the cult we met in Ambrasia.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wind Guards aren't doing anything about it.
That's the gist of what I gathered from when we were there. Granted, I was working a lot, but it seemed like Claudia had talked to everybody, even her goddad, and nobody really cared. Even though I think Cassandra might be a necromancer, not 100% on that. But she definitely wasn't working for our side. Also, we let out the old gods.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. It wasn't my idea.
Basil's just having diarrhea of the mouth right now.
It wasn't my idea. But Holtash was hell-bent on planting this plant and giving it some sun and water, and we did it. And then we go to talk to our parents, and they're like, we didn't tell you to do that. Like classic parents telling us what they told us to do, but then they were like, no, we didn't say to do that. Stupid dad. It's been a big to-do, and you're just sitting over here making some boobies out of rock.
Claudia's gonna murder you.
You don't know this is happening.
Not yet.
Oh, and you don't think Alistair won't cross-check with Claudia?
No, Alistair's really fucking confused right now. So he's probably gonna keep this close to the chest in the fact that, like, he's not
He
sure.
doesn't know Basil's
He's not
lying
sure.
on that.
He's not sure if Basil is lying or telling the truth. And if Basil is in fact telling the truth, then bringing it up to Claudia and you know, dumping a little salt in that wound might not be the best idea.
That is a fair assessment.
But then again,
Basil
he would also probably think that it would be a good idea to tell Claudia so that she knows that Basil is just spouting all of this out.
Yeah, but Basil tells the truth to people he knows won't talk because he knows they don't believe him.
We'll see what happens between Alistair and Claudia later.
Oh yeah, we will. It's like, you think Claudia's husband is gonna be able to keep it from her?
Yeah. So it's been a to-do, man. I think we're gonna go back and try and take on that cult. I think that's the plan. So, you know, if you want to help out or stay, I mean, it's up to you.
He nods, smiles and nods. At this point, he's just Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say, tiny man. Whatever you say.
Basil can just sit there and use the tree stump he's sitting on as his, like, therapist couch all he wants.
Very much. I
I mean,
find
admittedly, Alistair knew shit was coming down anyways, just because of the stuff you guys had to deal with while he was with you.
yeah.
So,
The sun god's not bad. He's kind of warm.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you have noticed that during the day it seems brighter. I mean, not
Overbearing.
overly bright. Yeah, not overly bright, but it has been brighter. The sun seems like it's larger in the sky.
The tree god, or the forest god, has a sister who turned Coltash into a caterpillar.
Yep, Alistair was at the keep when you guys arrived, carrying
Caterpillar.
But
Caterpillar.
was he informed that that was because of the old gods and stuff?
No, it's just like something weird happened.
Yeah. It was the forest god's sister. She was scary. We didn't let her out. She was already out. That wasn't our fault. The scary one was already out. The other one seemed kind of nice. And we were just trying to purify a forest. There's no way my fault that they are free. I cannot be blamed for this. I may not have objected, but I had no way of knowing. And then I just drop my wood and I walk away.
Yeah, at that point in your very adamant "I didn't do this" speech, several of the other workers around the area have stopped what they're doing and have kind of been watching you.
I just drop the wood and I walk away and I go find my dragon. Or
That
my
was
my
unnecessarily
wormling.
graphic. You just drop wood right there.
I
Ew.
just drop my pants and just poop. Not just poop! As a way of emphasizing my last words. Yes, yes, Alicia, that's exactly what I do. No. I was whittling some wood, Alicia. I was whittling.
Hey, either one is, I believe, from Basil. Either one.
No, he's not scaling. He's not gonna take a shit
Not
on
to
the
just
bed.
take a shit on whatever, just as a form of protest.
That's
that-
fair.
You know, it wasn't even a form of protest. It was just because.
Yeah, it really was. But you know, like I would have gotten like they would have seen I was getting more and more agitated as I was like basically
yeah.
I like I was no longer talking to him. I was talking to like myself / the universe, and I
Yep.
was just like, I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault. Nobody can blame me.
Yep.
It's not
This-
always Basil's fault. I didn't
This is
do it this time.
This is totally not your father coming out.
And then I just nope out of there, and I'm just gone. And I just
Okay?
go and fly on my dragon, my wormling.
Alrighty. You like take a couple laps around the keep.
Yeah, Basil's got a little PTSD from letting the old gods out. He's a little worried. Usually things don't really phase Basil. He kind of just lets stuff roll off his back, but letting the old gods out was a little bit too heavy.
Okay. Alright, so Basil lets all this steam off, and then goes to let some more steam off on his wormling.
Yeah, for some reason he trusts Claudia's husband.
Alrighty. Recall.
Yes.
You wander around the interior of the keep for not too long, before you see Benjorna lounging on like a chaise type seat, apparently being fanned by somebody.
She got an invisible servant doing it.
Actually, she does have
could.
she does have the invisible servant spell, I think.
I think she does, yeah.
So you actually just see a fan doing this. Nobody there, just a fan.
Wow. That's a nice trick.
Oh, hello, darling. How are you? You're the new one, if I recall correctly.
Yes, I am recall.
Ah, even better.
The new one.
I feel like Benjorna did that on purpose.
Yep.
You'll never know.
You think?
Ah, what can I do for you this fine day?
Well, I understand that you're a bard and an exceptional bard, and I was just
I
thought
like
we'd
that attitude.
chat. We could chat and possibly exchange songs.
No, of course. That sounds like a lovely afternoon. Someone who can finally truly appreciate my art.
Of course.
Would you like a fan? I can get you a fan.
Oh, I would love a fan.
Buddy. And she'll just
Cool.
call somebody else, an actual person with a fan.
We'll just say that the
Just because I don't,
servant
because I'm saying I
just
couldn't
picks
remember.
up another
I'm
one
saying-
and is doing this.
Okay, there we go. Because I'm just like, I
you
couldn't
go.
remember if you do 2 instances if the first one disappears. That's why I said that. Okay.
It's got 2 hands.
Okay, there you go.
So, how long have have your friends been working on this issue, whatever it is?
Oh, the keep here?
Yes.
No, quite a while. I forget how many centuries it is. Actually, I don't, but I don't want to admit how old I am.
Understand? I totally understand.
Quite a while. Mostly they did all the moving. I don't do physical labor.
Wise, very wise. What is this is Nancy. Yeah. Are you human or
Human.
I
Yes,
forgot.
she's
You're human. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm drawing a total blank here.
I'm trying to figure out. Can I find that picture real quick? Probably not.
Are you looking for your old picture of Benjorna?
I am, to give this as a reference. Because I wanted to find one where there's a link. Aha! This one, I think, will do. Copy. Okay. Chat. So, like, that's the lady on the right, but older. As reference. Hopefully that's not.
Whoops.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. All right.
Not much older though, but
Yeah, a little bit. Like, she's got some gray in her hair now.
Okay. So there seems to be a great deal of drama between everyone. Not individually, but with history and such. So
Amongst your group, or do you mean the keep?
actually a little of both, actually. But one moment here. Yeah. Where we were. All right. I'm happy to help. Whatever they need.
Well, your group is fairly young, so drama's more, prevalent with them. It's part of the reason I find them so entertaining. Good boring around here. Now, as far as the keep is concerned, well, we do get people who go through, so they bring new life. Let me tell you, eternity gets very boring.
So you have been here a while. So what can you tell me about the keep? What changes have you seen over time?
Oh, well, the first layout was dreadful. My goodness, who picks orange as a primary color? I say. That was the only time I got outvoted, and it never happened again. But no, lots of people come through. They grow old and die. We stay the same. That's why we have so many names in those bricks. That's how we keep count.
Interesting. I'm gonna wander over and take a look at the bricks.
It's the bricks in the wall. It's not the bricks in the inside of the keep. It's the exterior wall.
I see. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
It's on
Okay.
the outside, dear.
On the outside. Okay.
After a while, you learn to become less attached to people. It hurts less that way.
I can imagine. I can imagine immortality being quite a pain, actually. I think.
I know you're a little older, but I admire that you still have such optimism.
Without optimism, what is there?
Pranks?
Never been terribly good with those, but I suppose.
Practice does in fact make perfect. It's not like you don't have the time.
Well, that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I imagine Basil will become quite good at pranking later.
I can see that. I can very well see that.
He's a good sport. Although don't tell him I said that. He hasn't earned that yet. Just know we've because that's right. Because I'm sorry, out of character. Because you didn't actually hear the story about how this keep came to be and everything. And
Mm-mm.
Right. Okay. Well,
At least I don't think so, right? I mean, Nancy,
No.
I haven't. But
no. Okay.
okay.
Well, I'll give you a slightly abridged version, mostly because I forget the details as time goes on. But basically, me, Alette, and the others here used to travel together along with one other. We traveled for quite a while, and at some point, Alette was granted a boon by her god that gave us an extended lifetime. We can be killed, but it's rather hard to do at this point. After that wish was granted, one of us decided that he wanted to get power the easy way. So he decided that
There's always
ours was to be his path to that. I plan to kill him.
Oh.
Partially.
Partially. Mostly dead.
Eventually.
Hmm.
But he's just as old as we are, so these things take time to plan carefully.
Sure.
He did that, and we decided to make this space as a countermeasure, you could call it.
Interesting. Would Recall have heard any songs or stories along this line?
How old is Recall again?
She's like, I'm thinking like 500 something, I think. No, it's not that old. Maybe she is. Hang on. I can tell
I think
you.
it was close. I think it was close to that.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I know she's older. But hang on.
Yeah, I know she's older.
Anyway. So,
Make a history check for me.
oh, already? Sorry, my system just decided to go wonky for a second. Alright, here we go. I don't know why. Roll 20 is suddenly deciding to load again. Alright, here we go. Alright.
Yeah, Roll 20 was having
History.
problems on Friday night, so.
It was giving. I know it was giving me some problems yesterday as well.
Oh, was it?
Yesterday.
Ooh.
Well,
You do not recall.
I do not. Okay. All right.
Recall does not recall.
Okay.
You do declare, but you do not recall.
I cannot be sure for certain, but in my personal opinion, I am certain that I'm not sure. So there's that. Don't believe. Yep. Okay.
I was
Well,
hoping
do
to
you
give you
have
something,
any?
but I can't.
That's okay. So, do you have any advice? Any
About
anything?
what? About being
Life,
a bard?
general, it being a bard.
Oof, as far as bard goes, brand everything. Everything.
Really?
You have
Okay.
no idea how much I'm making in residuals. It's amazing. I mean, new bard is something you experience.
This is so true.
Every new adventure you go on, every story you hear, it adds to you. It's not something that can truly be explained. You have to live it.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Also, get a wardrobe expert.
Really?
Yes. I have an inherent tact for fashion, but not everybody does. People take you more seriously when you're in a fabulous outfit as opposed to
Well, that is true.
travel clothes dusted with, well, the ground.
That is true.
Also consider making an alternate identity your own competition. That way you can make money on twofold. And people pay to see who's better. And never let them find out.
I like it. Do I like it?
Yeah. As far as life goes, get less past your mortals. I can't tell you how many children I've had to bury.
Oh,
They lived full lives, but they die.
it's definitely a song to be written. How long have you known the other members of my party?
Though, quite only, let's see, it's been what, maybe a few weeks?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
about a few weeks, yeah.
Okay, really?
Not very long at all, no.
Oh.
Yes. But it's not that hard to read people after a while.
Yeah, their hearts seem to be in the right place.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
You know, it's amazing how many false people are, or how false people are out there. So it's refreshing to find people who are not false.
I suppose. Sometimes it's fun to pry false people apart. As I said, you find your entertainment where you can find it.
Very true. Very true. And my party does manage to keep me entertained, that's for sure.
Excellent. I'm sure their group will serve you well enough, and you the same.
So, would you like to play a song?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Just put on this hat first.
What's the hat? What's the hat?
It looks like the hat out of Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat.
For real?
Really, for real? Okay. What is the hat? Sure, why not? So I'll put the hat on.
There we go.
Suddenly. Okay.
Suddenly you can play better.
Nope, it's just a hat.
As far as you know, it's a lovely hat. Well, then I'll start playing. Let's see, what am I going to play?
Hot cross buns.
Jordan will materialize a flute.
Okay. Let's see. I will play that as well. And I'll do something low-key, like, I don't know, Bridge Over Troubled Waters or something similar. That's kind of dirgy, never mind. Yeah, that'll work.
You pick whatever, but Jordan will follow right along.
Okie doke. So, you're very good.
Well, of course I am. I'm me.
I still have much to learn.
In good time. And then the music filtered all throughout the castle.
Yep.
You start playing the
Coltash?
wall. You know.
Yep. Coltash. Samuel's not hard to find. He's out in the yard already practicing. You see Theron out there as well, rehafting his spear. Still. Do you want to practice with Samuel or with Theron? Just out of curiosity.
Samuel. I don't
Samuel.
want to interrupt Theron because he's working on his spear.
He's busy getting shafted.
Reshafted.
My apologies, reshafted.
Alright. So you make your way over to Samuel,
Waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka,
Yep.
shaft.
who is currently wailing on a wooden dummy. And you walk up to him and say what?
Hey there, Samuel. Do you mind if I train with you some again? I always learn something new whenever we spar.
Yeah, no problem. But I can't do Jay's voice. Nobody can fucking do Jay's voice. I'm surprised Jay can do Jay's voice.
It's his only
Yeah.
superpower.
I'd like a fresh body to spar with
Pound.
instead of a wooden stick. I was just waiting for Theron to finish reshafting his spear, but I'll take a run at you.
Dick jokes.
Alright. So he
And I'm not even polishing my armor.
Nope. Nope. He
Over here.
he takes it easy on you. Is as an opportunity for a learning experience for you. And you go back and forth for the rest of the afternoon. Very likely until dinner time, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Make an intelligence check for me.
No.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Try as you might.
Wow.
What Samuel is trying to teach you, Coltash is not grasping right now.
You are not picking up what he is putting down.
For whatever reason.
Hot damn. A 0.
A 0.
Even at advantage, it's still not
A
good.
nat 1 minus 1.
That's
May I
okay.
help you, Dougal?
Hey, Otis. So yeah, you.
It's still a good workout, though.
Yes, it is. It is still a very good workout, and probably right around the end, right as you finish up for dinner, Theron finishes with his spear head, and gives Samuel a nod and says tomorrow. So, so you make your way into the keep for those ever so joyful dinners.
None of which are awkward ever.
Never, they're never awkward.
It's not our shtick.
Never awkward.
Well, so far it's not awkward, so maybe this will be the one.
Yeah, keep dreaming. Alistair joins you as you enter into the keep from where he was working on his sculpture.
Mm-hmm.
Basil lands his wormling.
I come in, I get food, and then I leave and I get back on my wormling and I go eat somewhere else.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting. Okay.
You're going to disrespect the hospitality, are you? Okay.
I'm having a moment. You let Basil have his moment.
I didn't say you were stopped, did I? I'm just confirming what you did.
He's having a moment.
Certainly he is.
Benjorna stops playing and indicates to Recall to make their way into the dining hall because it's dinner time now.
Okay.
Claudia joins the dining hall with Alette as they were going through the journals.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you guys like to do?
Let's see. Claudia will greet Alistair. Sentence him for her.
You roboted real bad for me.
She's going to greet Alistair, like give him a quick hug, sit next to him for dinner. That's per usual.
Okay. That's what
They'll
I missed.
have
I heard greet
Oh.
usual.
Gotcha. No. They'll have their conversation later. Now is not the time.
Well, I mean, Claudia doesn't know there's a conversation to be had.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's a conversation she intended to have with Alistair regardless.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But now it's not that time.
Okay. Alistair sits down next to you, and after the food is brought out, he kind of glances over and says, your friend Basil's weird.
Yes, he is, I believe the polite word would be eccentric.
Uh-huh, sure.
Did he do something particularly eccentric this time?
I mean, I knew you guys were doing some weird stuff with the deities and whatnot, but
Yes.
Cassandra's involved?
Oh, that. How about we talk about that later? Not right here.
Okay.
I would like to have one peaceful meal if at all possible.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
That's what she says. That is what she says.
That is what he says. Yeah, keep dreaming.
No, that's not what he says.
You bet not.
Elaine and Alette join you. And Benjorn is in her usual spot next to Samuel. And Elaine leans forward. So, what have you been up to been traveling around quite a bit, using the teleportation circles to make your way. Doggo!
Oh. It's like, what? Got it.
It just
yes,
wiggled.
which
It just
again-
wiggled across the screen.
I missed it, so I was very confused. Aw, look at the pupper.
This is Ginger. Sorry.
So
Sorry.
she'll be like, oh, yes, and again, thank you for letting us use those. But, yes, we've followed a couple of different leads. Some have led to some... There's interesting deity developments. Let's just say the balance has shifted again, and we're not sure if it's good or bad. Because it's just like basically like the main, like at this particular table, it's like the keep people, and then hey Miss A, and the God crew.
Yeah,
Gimme
it's
crew?
just the
Okay.
it's just the main crew. Yeah.
Okay, all right. In that case, you would say just like it is a possibility that perhaps some of the old gods are freed.
Elaine just like raises her eyebrows. Oh, that is interesting indeed.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. But yeah, so there's that. Person who used to work in my house apparently is part of the cult of the First, so that's not great. And right now we're trying to track down some leads on her to bring her to justice, honestly. She tried to attack and kill the Oracle and her brother. There's really no other recourse for that.
And Alette pipes up. Oh, that's why you were asking about False Touched.
Yes. The undead ones who were with her. Or, well, rather, she was not there when we were there, but she was there for the first attack. For the second attack, we were attacked by a bunch of undead things, and Theron indicated that they mentioned something about the false touched.
You were attacked by This is Alette, by the way. You were attacked by undead things?
Correct.
Yep. Theron and Lysandra are also at the table.
Yeah.
And and Theron pipes in. Yeah, they're the ones that I'd killed the first time.
Hence the undead moniker. For the second attack.
Alrighty then.
Iwar has his hunters searching for the undead who got away. At least I think that's what they did. They're not very big on talking, but I think they're on it.
They're like Ree. They're on the case.
They are not highly qualified.
No, they're super qualified.
Super qualified. I was trying to remember, was it highly or super? I couldn't remember.
Extremely
She started out
highly
as-
super qualified.
Qualified.
She started out as very qualified and then
Very
upgraded herself
qualified.
to
That's
super
right.
qualified.
That's what it was.
And then had to get new
Business cards.
business cards.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, so that is what we're currently trying to figure out, how to stop them, obviously.
Okay.
We'll find them first and then stop them.
Elaine gives a nod and says, "Well, I guess we can put feelers out to our field agents and see if they hear anything."
That would be appreciated.
I suspect the ones that are still out there after 10 years aren't gonna tell us jack, but... And she glares at Benjorna.
Who? Dear, you shouldn't mumble like that. I have no idea what you're talking about.
So... just continues glaring at Benjorna.
Doop doop doo. Unseen servant man, no idea what you're talking about.
Yep. I don't know. I can't hear you over the fan.
It's like, oh, it's so windy down here. I don't know why.
So is there anything else that you want to talk with this group about, or?
Well, at some... Wrong person. At some point. Shut up. Shut up. They're both at the same table. Shut up. At some point, we do need to take care of that Leviathan. Would you be able to lend any spears and or people to that endeavor?
Theron and Samuel both pipe up. Samuel particularly, you're gonna go fight something? Something big?
Benjorda just rolls her eyes. Well, yes, at some point. I mean, trying to take it on by ourselves, I think will end poorly. I almost got eaten. It was not pleasant. It's really big.
Okay. Yeah, Samuel's like...
And she will describe how,
yeah.
the dimensions
Yeah.
that she's aware of. Like, okay, I will take that as a yes from you.
Yep.
When we get to it.
He is almost reminiscent of, like, outside? Outside? Car ride? Car ride?
So, like, yeah, Claudia
Who's a
looks...
good boy? Who's a good
Claudia
boy?
can't figure out whether to look relieved or more worried now. Like, yeah, thank you, I think. Yes, thank you. Yeah, but for now, I think, I feel like the longer we wait to figure out the RS thing, the colder the trail will go. Not that we have a trail to follow right now, but... And some of the concern, urgency, is selfishness on my part. Cassandra was a part of my house for basically her entire life. It is my responsibility to help bring her in.
Okay. Elaine adds in, if you're going to go hunt a Leviathan, you should probably be able to breathe underwater.
Do we have to go under the water with that thing?
It's a possibility, yes.
Fire doesn't work under... And then looking around like... I feel my spell utility doesn't work as well underwater.
It's magic. It'll do something.
It's not going to have some weird Leviathan-based barrier. I know next to nothing about these things.
You should be okay, with the exception of maybe mispronouncing some spells. Because you're going to be underwater. Possibly.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to know any Leviathan weaknesses besides lots of spears, would you?
Off the top of my head, no.
We'll probably need to go through the library again. We'll do that later. Alright, those are most main things I can think of. She'll turn to the rest of the party. Can you all think of anything else?
Well, the rest of the party being Rakal and Koltash, because
Right, because Basil's not here.
Basil's like...
Actually, at that point, Claudia's gonna realize, like, where did the Basil go? Or did she actually see him take the plate and leave?
You probably would have seen him take the plate and leave.
Okay. So yeah, so I guess for now she'll just turn to Koltash and Recall. No, belly rubs are not its weakness. Stop lying, Otis!
Maybe we can get Benjorna to make Basil wear that tutu again.
Of course not, dear. That was in payment. I can't just ask him to randomly do that. Then it's not funny. It's funny the first time. Also, maid outfit. I don't do tutus. They're gauche.
Well, so is Basil, so it'd be a perfect match.
What was that? You would like a matching outfit? Because I can arrange that.
Ooh.
Not only can they be cape buddies, they can be maid outfit buddies.
Can.
I'd pay good money to see that.
Koltesh shoots a sharp look at Recall.
Claudia's just in a drink like, I'm not hearing this. Doop-doo.
Koltash says nothing further and just sits in silence.
I'll take that
Uncomfortably.
as a no then.
Okay. So the dinner goes by the rest of the evening in relatively awkward silence.
Unbroken streak! Unbroken streak!
I'd still say this is the least awkward dinner we've had.
It probably is.
Maybe so, but it's still awkward.
Basil's not there to make it more awkward.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
It's only because Basil's not there.
And as dinner comes to a close, does Claudia want to pull Alistair aside?
Yes. We'll just go to their room.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. It is good to see you, Alistair.
How's everything going with the travels and all that stuff?
I mean, well, our parents were not happy that we let out some of the old gods, so that conversation did not go very well. And I think
you did what now?
Yeah, we were trying to lift a curse in an area near here, and so we asked for the old god's help, although at the time I did not realize that would actually help release them from the gate. It seems to be a slow process, is what I understand. Like, they're partially here, but not at full power yet. But
Okay.
yes, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and it's done now. There's nothing to be done about it.
Alrighty.
But yeah, Iwaris was not happy about that, so I may have lost my temper. I'm starting to think my temper is shorter than I think it initially. I may have anger management issues. Oh, don't you start.
Absolutely not.
I know where you're ticklish. Do not start with me. So I had a conversation with him, and then I may have had a very bad conversation with my other father, Marcus.
What?
Well, he didn't know about the Cassandra thing, and then when I told him, he didn't seem concerned, and I got mad and called him lazy, and because he's unemployed, and yeah, I was kind of disrespectful about it. I get the feeling he's going to be very mad at me. Like I said, I may have an anger issue.
No.
I'm warned. This is your second warning. I will tickle you. Don't start. I should probably apologize to him. Not today. I'll try and get out the message tomorrow. I feel bad about it, but I just... it frustrates me sometimes. family is complicated.
Yup. Well, not mine, but sure.
Somebody's.
Maybe I should have just taken your last name and pretended this never happened. No, I'm a Wingard and I always will be. Name or not. Oh well. How's your sculpting going?
It's coming along. Basil stopped by earlier and whittled something on some wood that resembled it.
Oh. Is that the weird thing you were talking about? Oh no, the that thing.
No,
Never mind.
he was talkative.
Well, apparently, if you already knew about the scout thing. Yes, it'll be a long journey. I think I'm just hoping we can resolve the Cassandra thing sooner than later. I'll go through my apologies. I'm gonna have to pray to Awaris to apologize to him. That's gonna rankle. It's also really hard to pray out, get a hold of them outside of a temple. But if the thing about the false... Oh, that's right, I haven't mentioned the false thing him. Although, perhaps I should just pray more regularly now. Apparently anybody who can, I guess, talk to a god is considered false touch, and the First Order is going to try to kill us all at some point. So there's that.
That's a bit concerning, though your group can handle their own pretty well.
Yeah, so far, but some of the people of the First Order have been at this for a while.
Oh.
Yes, Vinjorna and them are not the only long-lived people.
Oh.
Apparently. But, yeah, we'll do what we can. We'll think of a plan, maybe. One person at a... Let's start with Cassandra. I'm pretty sure she's not long-lived. Yet. Hopefully. Ever. Did you have... You haven't had any talks with deities lately, have you?
Not that I'm aware of.
And nothing... Well, this keep's a little unusual. Nothing of particular else happening at the keep?
I don't think so.
Well, alright then. Now that we've gotten the... Well, now that that's out of the way, and she will start tickling him viciously. And then it'll pan away to the next day.
Yes, yes it will. Yes, that is a fade to black moment right there, because we don't know what's gonna happen. We can suspect. What is so Koltash and Rakal, you watch as Claudia leads Alistair up to their up to their shared room. What would you two like to do?
Just go. I think I'm gonna wander around a little bit.
Okay.
Well, if this is after dinner,
Polish your armor.
Koltash is just gonna go to his room and polish his armor.
Maybe you should not do
Yeah,
that in
he
your
is.
room, so when you announce it on stream is that I'm gonna go to my room and polish my armor.
That's he's polishing his armor.
Well,
I don't know what other connotation that could possibly have.
Ironing his cape.
Right?
And as he polishes his armor, he is going to pray to Sodar.
Okay. Alright. That's a thing that happens. Fade to black.
And interesting.
While you're getting any
You all are
any-
terrible people.
Yes, we are.
Well, I said you were polishing your armor.
We all said he was polishing his armor.
Take it away, Recall.
What was that?
Motorcycle.
That was him polishing his armor. That's the noise
That's
he makes.
that's the noise he makes.
It's battery operated polishing.
I was just like, are you buffing your armor really loud?
Oh Lord.
At least he's not dropping his wood.
Wow. Recall, you wander around the keep. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, or?
No, just anything that's unusual. I know that's kind of vague, but just kind of getting a feel for it all.
Okay. Aside from, so as you're wandering around the keep, you recall that Benjorna had mentioned that there were names in the walls.
Yes, I'd like to check that out.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you see names going back centuries
Wow. Okay.
and centuries
Okay.
and centuries. The oldest name you find is probably around 700 years ago, because
Oh, wow.
they dated it.
Okay. This keep has been here for a really long time. Interesting. Any names that I would recognize?
I would say make a history check, but we know how that's probably gonna go.
You never know. Let's
Sure,
see. I
make
can
a
try.
history check.
Let's see how horrible we can do. Woo!
Hey, look at that. There are some names from within
Okay.
your lifetime that you've heard of. Most of them are the names of a mage of some sort who has displayed some modicum of power and has made a name for themselves.
Okay. I'll start trying to come up with start working on a song in my head that might incorporate some of these names.
Okay. I will
Ballad.
physically get you some names at a later date and time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Any money you make off of it, Bajorna gets 10%.
Oh,
They
yeah.
Copyright it. Thank you very much.
So, all right, Basil, having your moment, you finish your meal, and you do what?
Me. I will pray to my dad.
Okay. What are you going to say in said prayer?
I will be like, oh, mighty addicts, please come talk to me. I have things.
Okay.
It wasn't my fault, damn it! You can't blame me! I'm like rocking back and forth a little bit.
On the wormling, I assume.
Yeah.
You all right? Yeah. You hear a faint laughter, like inside your own head.
Can't blame me, Dad. Wasn't my fault. I didn't know I was gonna do that. He sent us on this stupid quest. Barely give us any help. There aren't even any ghosts. Reed promised there'd be ghosts.
Jeez, Dad.
There are no fucking ghosts!
You suck, Dad.
Now, we've let the old gods out, and you guys didn't even trap all the old gods. One of them has an evil sister. What's up with that? She can turn people into caterpillars, man.
Where is he's on his wormling, but where is Basil in relation to the keep?
I've gone to like find some sort of like hillside or something, and I'm just kind of like, yeah,
So
just out there and slightly out in the wilderness.
Alright, we'll say you're probably on, like, because the keep is right next to a mountainside, that
Yeah.
you're on a cliff overlooking the keep.
Yeah. I'm not too far, but I'm far enough away that it's pretty much just me and Bob.
Alright, everybody make perception with disadvantage. Except for Basil.
Yeah, I'm not being quiet.
Oh, I know!
Perception, you said?
Stupid
Yeah, with
disadvantage? This is bullshit.
Disadvantage.
Fucking had this.
Oh, Jesus. Goldash got one. Goldash gets advantage, though, so he can have it, too.
Coltash don't know nothing about nothing.
Claudia, we'll say you hear something on the wind, outside your window, while you're having this conversation with, Alistair. It's a shrill sound.
Like, she's gonna go to the window and try and figure out what the hell it was. Look around, does she see anything?
Make another perception check.
Okay.
16. There is a shrill sound being carried down the mountainside on the wind. You can't make you don't know, you can't make out what it is. It's just a sound carrying down the mountainside. Or carried down the
Okay.
mountainside.
But it sounds like it's just coming from the one spot. It doesn't sound like there's... It's like, she'll wait a bit. Does it sound like it gets any closer? And this is just what she would do.
No.
That was... odd. I'm trying to think which... It was like... I've got that...
It continues. There's a pause here and there, and then it picks back up.
That's... Okay, that's... You know what? I'm just going to ask folks, the keepers, about it in the morning.
Alright. There's still Basil sitting on his wyvern, or wormling, on the mountainside, screaming at his dad that it's not his fault, with the laughter still reverberating in his own mind. To you it sounds like it's inside your skull.
I'm going to sleep outside and druid craft some vines as a blanket.
Okay.
And my wormling will guard me.
Alright. Up on the mountainside, you're not gonna go back down, are you gonna stay up
No,
there?
I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay. Okay. After you calm down, after Basil calms down, or is he gonna calm down? Is he just gonna like keep going?
He'll eventually calm down, and he'll just like kind of just sit there and just like, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. No one has any proof. There's no way they knew I was there. It wasn't my fault.
Okay.
And then I'll eventually fall asleep. Yeah.
The laughter, as you calm down, the laughter subsides and is replaced by a familiar voice. They all know. They all know. Your friends were there, they know. Everyone will know.
No, they won't. No one will know. My friends, they won't talk. Why would they talk? They don't want to be held responsible for the chaos that's coming. No one can prove it. It's not my fault. I just traveled with them. I didn't even plant the seed. Or gather the water. Or the sunlight. It's not my fault. He doesn't even like question that other voice, honestly. Like after the laughing, it's just like it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
You recognize the voice.
Who's the what do I recognize?
Oh.
Good job, Nancy.
Yep, Nancy got dropped.
Yes.
Hey guys, camera's got
Oops.
effed up. I think she might have accidentally hit hang up. Maybe. Or her internet dropped.
Sorry about that. Don't know what happened.
It looks like your network might have poo-pooed.
I think
Maybe
so.
My network poo-pooed? I don't know. It's a poopy network. It's a poopy network. But yeah, no, Basil recognizes the voice. You've
What's
heard
the
the
voice?
voice before.
Okay.
It's Addix's voice.
Is it the sane voice or is it the
It's the calmer version of the voice.
Okay. They won't know, Dad. My friends won't talk.
Oh, they'll talk. They're always gonna talk.
I can't be punished for this.
Fame and fortune. They'll talk.
Why would they get fame and fortune? Who's going to give them that? The old gods?
For no other reason than to impress.
What about this cult?
Impress enough people and fame and fortune will be yours.
I don't want to impress anyone. I was fine. Just tinkering away. Humans, they're so human. With their short lifespans, they seem to find cruelty in every ounce. Maybe this cult has it right. Maybe I'm going crazy because of you. But it's not my fault. They can't lay the blame on me.
When you mention that maybe you're going crazy because of you, the laughter resumes.
Obviously. With that, I'll stop talking and just try to go to sleep.
Okay. When you stop talking and prepare your blanket, the laughter also stops.
Do I have any bad dreams or anything?
I don't know. We'll figure that out next week.
Okay.
Because I think that's probably a good stopping point. A little bit shorter episode, or a little bit shorter session today, because I literally have nothing.
Okay.
I got nothing, peoples. I've had up and down garbage happening the last couple weeks, so I'm hoping that'll resolve itself in the near future with a job offer.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching us. Watching Basil go slowly.
Welcome to Basil's
more
shitstorm.
Crazy.
Yeah, welcome to Basil's shitstorm.
All that fun stuff going on there.
You should have seen Kel yesterday.
Oh, really?
Definitely got nothing on him.
Basil lies to
Was
like,
that before?
protect
Was that
himself.
before or after you guys lost connection?
Oh, it was after. It'll be broadcast
Okay.
on Saturday since Jay's going to be at Comic-Con.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was like, I watched yesterday. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, things happened.
Okay. Alright. Joy. Well, then I'll look forward to seeing that last bit of play there, because I want to see what happens to Luna naked.
She has a bath to get back to.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, tabletop RPGs on my channel run for charity, and again, this month is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If you'd like to donate, the information is below. But, I don't have any announcements. I probably won't be doing any console gaming. There's a pun. I probably won't be doing any
Didn't
console
type it right.
gaming anytime soon. Sure he did. It just took a minute. If you haven't noticed, I haven't streamed outside of RPGs the last couple weeks. And that's for personal reasons. That I won't get into because you're not my therapist. But, tell us who you are and where we can find you on the interwebs, Alicia.
I'm NNG9 on Twitch, where I live stream video games and swear a whole bunch. I'll be playing something today, I think, at some point. Yes. I'm also NNG98 on Twitter. I tweet random stuff. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. Speaking of which country's capital has the fastest growing population?
Which?
Ireland. Every day it's doubling.
Nancy!
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm on Twitter and Facebook, so you can always find me there under ND Harms. That's about it for right now.
Alright, Jeff?
I am Jeff. I am on Twitter at monkeyface2014. Yeah. That's where you can find me.
And Danny?
I am Two North and Chat. I'm Colin65 on Twitter, where I don't do much but retweet the things that I am in, one of which is this, which, even though being a shorter than usual episode, hopefully you've enjoyed, because even though it was short, there were some significant things that happened, you know, information-wise and relationship-wise, and yeah. Stuff and things and things and stuff and things.
Stuff.
Although not as traumatizing as the Vice.
No, not nearly. Not nearly. Speaking of which, I am also in that, along with NNG9 and some other fine players, at 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays, although not this coming Saturday, because our illustrious
Our illustrious GM will be at SDCC. And again, the last part of our session from this week will be streamed, but it will not be an actual live game. Just English.
There I am.
Yep, very kind.
There you are.
Yes.
There you are.
Yes,
There
I
you
heard,
are.
I heard everything. I just froze. So yeah, what she said, he'll be at Comic-Con. And also down below is a link to my YouTube channel where you can see a playlist of videos of music that I have written for and was inspired by the Vice. So hopefully you will stop by and have a listen and enjoy what you
It's
hear.
really good. It is.
And there is more to come in the near future. Now that we're in Falcon's Crest. Dun, dun, dun.
Falcon's Nest, Crest, Falcon's Row. Are we sure it's called that? What you?
Somebody's trying to get their character killed.
The entire chat was doing it.
I know.
No, but it's fine
But I
if the chat
started
does
it.
it. He can't kill their characters.
I started it. Falcon's Landing. Falcon's
Yep.
Crossing.
I forgot. Next week I will be in a one shot on Saturday. On the RPG Lab channel. Doing some stuff. So I think we're hunting a Wendigo. Over there. I think it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is starting. So I will tweet that when it goes when it does its thing. But I will be playing a half elf ranger.
Ooh.
So we will see what happens.
I also, every time he says the name, I want to play the 80s theme song.
You're gonna be Victoria. Tanya, are you gonna be Vexalia?
No.
Are you gonna have a useless bear?
Nope. I am doing the
Trinket was
hunter.
not useless.
I'm doing the hunter archetype, so I can get an extra attack.
Trinket was mega useless.
Whatever, Scanlan fanboy.
I just don't
Trinket
think
did
she.
not fight a red dragon.
I just don't think she utilized Trinket because after he got the armor, he had that roly-poly move. She never used it.
I think she just forgot about him, to be honest. He got wrapped up in the
That too.
battles.
But hey, guys, we'll see you next week. Hope I'll have some stuff actually prepped and can do stuff. Until then, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.